Welcome back, Unreal Adventure and Binder fans, for the 2026 season of what we are going to build for UA, and it's right here. Introducing Heinous the Adventurall. Yes, sir. For this year, we plan on bringing in this 1966 1100A Travelall for our Unreal Adventure. So what's in the plan for this thing? Well, let me show you. All right, so where did Heinous the Adventurall come from? Well, let me tell you, this was another one of those vehicles that I had kicking around that I had absolutely no plans for, just like Hideous in the back, where I actually took it to the shop, started parting it out before I built it. This thing here has been sitting right up above the hill to my left for, believe it or not, over 10 years. I think I got this thing like over 10 years ago. I've been meaning to drag it to the shop for a long time to get rid of it. We've been selling a few parts off of it. And then, you know, it just clicked. I'm like, you know what we need to do? We need to build you up. And a name I've been saving was Heinous. You know, I thought it worked great. It kind of rhymes with Hideous. And this being a Travelall, we're going to call it the Adventurall. And so that's where it came from. So literally, I bought this thing like 10 years ago. No idea what I even paid for it. There's not a whole lot of hoopla before that. Like I said, it's just been sitting up there and collecting dust and rust. But now it's going to go adventuring. So as I mentioned earlier, it is a 1966 1100A. This is kind of an interesting build. I haven't ordered the build sheet for it yet, but I can say, like I said, 304 V8. Made it to a 5-speed. It is 2-wheel drive. It is a solid axle, hence the 1100, and it's not a 1000 series. But what I find odd is it's the small lug bolt pattern on that. Usually the 1100s had the larger 5-on-5.5 bolt pattern, even if it was 2-wheel drive. But this one has the smaller, like 5 on, I think like on 4.5 on these. But anyways, kind of a little bit of an odd build, the way it's been put together. I look forward to getting the build sheet on this, the line set ticket on it one day to find out. But at least with this project, easy enough, already designed for a V8. You know, my favorite flavor is a 392. I'm sure I'll have sniper injection on it. And then to replace that IH 5-speed transmission, I plan on either putting an NV 4500, or what I hope to really do is put one of the new TR-4050 5-speeds in it, which has like a 6.16 low gear. For a transfer case, not really sure yet. Might go with an off-road design doubler setup, or I might just go to my usual sauce and just get an Atlas. Pros and cons to each for me personally. One, if all my rigs are built the same, it's less spare parts to have to keep around. Simplicity, I don't have to try to remember different things, which is getting harder the older I get. But regardless, that is kind of the plan. Of course, underneath, I'd like to have my favorite Ultimate Dana 60 axles, but actually not a 60 in the rear, but an Ultimate 80. So that is my plan there. Budget will have a lot to do with this, and as well as any good deals for axles come. But man, I sure like my Ultimate axles, and I'm really hoping Dana could hook me up with a little set, here. Going to tires and wheels, as I mentioned already, we are going to be putting 42-inch Milestar Patagonia MTs on this truck. They're my favorite tire, and I finally get to step up to a 42. As Hideous won't fit a 42, nor will Patriot Scout. Not that I would want 42s on it on that rig. 40s are awesome enough, but yeah, we're going to be putting some big old bad 42s on here. Most likely with some trail ready beadlocks, just like what we have on our other rigs. And then we move on to the suspension. So for the front suspension, what I plan on doing is getting our CPT spring hangers that we already make, and getting some Skyjacker leaf springs for up front, along with some ADX 2.0 shocks. Again, Skyjacker makes a great product, and we want to make sure that we include them again on the build, just like we have in the past. The plan right now is to link the back using some Skyjacker ADX coilovers, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So links in the back, leaf springs up front, let's see. From the factory, this Travelall came with manual steering and manual brakes, so we'll have to upgrade that, put power steering in it, probably a PSC hydraulic ram assist setup, figure out a way to get some power brakes on this thing. All right, as you can see, this isn't a perfect Travelall. It's a little bit bashed in, beat up, broken window, which those are unobtainium, missing this side because we already sold it. Like I said, we've already parted a few things out of it. But what do I have planned for this thing body-wise? Well, let me show you here some different renditions that I've come up with of what this thing might look like. Now, to start, on picture A is going to be, well, just the Travelall, just like you see it. It's going to have the full top, and we'll figure out a way, some glass or something in the back to seal it up. Now, for plan B is whack this roof off. Right behind the C-pillar, I may whack it off here, and then it would look like a early model of a Wagon Master. So I think that would be really trick. I'm probably leaning towards option B. However, I still have C and D on the table. So option C is keeping the roof just like a Travelall like it is, but bob the back. I mean, if you gotta admit, man, this thing's got a big old ass off the back end of the, past the rear end. Very vulnerable to rocks. So I'd like to bob it. The only problem is, like I said, these ideas that I come up with, the math isn't mathing, because I still got to fit a spare tire and a fridge and, it's tools and spare parts, camping gear, especially if we go 4 people in here. So there's a lot of logistics to figure out. So I'd like to bob it, and either I could bob it with the full roof, or I could bob it like a Wagon Master style, like what is in here on rendition 4. So those are the options we have, and whether they work out that way, I don't know. But the squirrel cage is turned in. Once I get it cleaned out and get it in the shop, kind of more stripped down, get the tape measure out, we'll find out which direction we're going to really go. But I'm really learning towards B. B with a little bit of D in there, which would be, whacking the back of this roof off and bobbing the back a little bit. And then hopefully we still have enough room for all the amenities that we need to carry. Another one of the ideas that I have up front is something that I did on Hideous, and that was pinching the nose of it a bunch. I think I did 18 inches on Hideous. Now, I don't think I could get as much on this one, but I'm seeing a triangle here, and if I can whack this triangle out, suck these fenders in, move these headlights in over here, which appears to be some room, I'd like to do that. So whether I do it or not, I don't know. It's definitely not on the priority list, but I think I definitely would like to pinch this thing up front if given the opportunity. All right, the interior. So what are we going to do in here? Well, this is pretty standard issue Travelall. Lots of room, lots of leg room and stuff. So I'm going to see, like I said, if I can get this front seat up a little bit, which again, I'm going to probably most likely have PRP seats in here, cooled and heated, I must say, because that's where I'm at with life these days. I would like to, move those seats up a little bit. Hopefully that gives us some more room. That I can move the back seat up and hopefully put some PRP seats in there. Sorry, this is economy class. They may not be heated or cooled, maybe heated. But yeah, I'd like to move this up, and then I could do that chop like I'm thinking. So right now, if without that chop, I'm looking at like almost a wing window in the back here if I were to whack this roof off, just because of where the back seat location is. But I really need some bed space, especially if I bob it. So, but that's what I got going on here. I'm sure we'll build a roll cage in here. Like I said, PRP seats. I'll most likely put another Vintage Air Super Magnum Gen 5, blah, 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 because I want it to be heated and cooled and just comfortable in here. Lizard skin, of course, for the roof, and then the flooring to keep the noise levels and the heat levels as constrained as possible. All right, so that is our plans for Unreal Adventure 2026. Again, this is what we kind of were planning to do it. Plans are totally subject to change in regards to everything, like whether we take 1 rig or 2 rigs, and whether I get ultimate Dana axles underneath this thing. Definitely something for sure. Definitely will have the 42-inch Milestars underneath this thing. Definitely going to have a V8, most likely 392, maybe a 345. Definitely 5-speed. We'll see. Like I said, lots of plans going. So that's what we're going to be doing, man. So stick around. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and keep checking back in. Although we won't be filming weekly, kind of like what we did last year, but we will be filming at least once a month to kind of give you an update of where the project's coming along with. So don't forget to check our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram. I'm sure we'll have some pictures there along the way. And that's it. So sit back, get a bowl of popcorn, and get ready for the next episode. Next time you see this, there should be some changes done to it, or at the least, it should be cleaned up and in the shop. Because man, let me tell you, it's got some funky smell in it, some old crap. I can't wait, man. Man, we need an NV transmission in this thing. This 5-speed don't shift. There we go. Hey, we're getting some gears now.